It's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Newton. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Leaves it with the back. Brings it to the open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
And no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that end run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Newton. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll give it to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Now on the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Smashes through the tackle. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in down the sideline. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Soft spot in the middle. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
Man, when these receivers fumble the football, oftentimes it's out in the open field. You have no idea who's going to jump on it. That's oftentimes how you see scooping scores. He's lucky he was able to recover his own fumble.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The 50. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace.
Going over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wants to throw it again. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Makes the catch at the 35. He gets a block. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Special teams coming through. The third aspect of the game, delivering big time. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, well, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback tight.
There he goes! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Open space at the 25. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, he'll throw it. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Touch pass on the right. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle, it's Barber. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn up field, and you saw that right there.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Makes the grab over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense...
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The offense changing the play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. San Diego State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Western Kentucky. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion. And the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Newton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Wolverines are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Caught. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They're dealing with a second and long. They just keep firing. This time he's got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
28, Michigan, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cooks. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. The Michigan offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the back. Finding an escape route. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll go to the ground. Got a little space. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Trying to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown tie. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he throws another interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll try the run. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's caught. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th-quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field.
He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Grab behind the line. It's Barber. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
There's a great example of the quarterback bailing out his head coach on a gamble. 4th and short in the red zone. A lot of people thinking just take 3 points, but QB himself knows exactly where to go with it, and now it's 1st and goal.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
0.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice, Offense now set up an easy position to get a score.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
So here comes the Michigan offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the side.
He wants to take the top off. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And now this offense will take the field again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And he's still running after the move. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Red pass, it's complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Wolverines want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. He rifles one deep down the middle. Fires into trap bag, picked off. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it in stride inside the 20. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Good timing on the quick out. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Timeout, Alabama.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He's got him. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Michigan, 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cooks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays.
He's looking deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. After this, it'll be a wrap. He wants to change this route.
Here we go.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances. They've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays. Just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that 4th down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make.
Fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year.